Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I present to you a little piece of my childhood, I would say. This game here is called Battleforge, and maybe I should introduce this video with a little history lesson, since the game came out on the 26th of March in 2009, and it actually went into free-to-play on the 26th of May in 2009. And sadly, 2013, so 4 years after its launch, these servers were shut down already. But now, almost 6 years after the initial server downtime, some fans of the game have started their own custom servers, and you can play Battleforge once again. So for a little 12-year-old Alkhalim, this game really was a match made in heaven. It was a combination of a real-time strategy game like Age of Empires, and at the same time it also was a trading card game like for example Magic the Gathering, which are both games I held in high regard. I had a great time playing this game. That's just what I'm having now as well. So I wanted to maybe showcase this game a little bit, show you around what you can do and how the game works. So you can play alone, of course, or you can play in co-op missions. I think 12-player co-op at the moment is still disabled, but they're working on that. PvP is there as well, of course. Back in the day I had a wonderful competitive, so that Frost crowd control aggro deck list. That worked really fine until, well, until I got scammed and lost basically all my multiplayer relevant cards. But at that point I just started anew, this time with nature deck, so that is how much I love this game. And yeah, I'll just show you around, and maybe I can convince some of you to try it out once again, or the first time if you haven't gotten in here so far. So at the moment I still only have here those basic cards. Let's actually start with the deck builder. Here is where you start your game. When you launch it, you get thrown to the forge, as it says here. Welcome to the forge. And here you can try out all the cards you got. You can place some units, like I want to have this giant worm. There we go. Let's get a new deck. Let's call it YouTube. It's not all that long. And here is, of course, this is only the cards you have as a starter. There are a lot more cards available in this game. And also another thing which I should mention, it's completely for free. There is not even an option to spend money on this game. I think you can donate on the service, and every donation, which is so they have these costs to keep the show running, but everything which goes over these costs is donated to charity, because yeah, the people making this, people keeping the servers running, they're not allowed to make any money on this, because that was kind of the deal as far as I understood that, and thus have to get rid of the donations they don't need they don't need for it. And yeah, I already mentioned that it is still in development, so there's still things missing, things are still being added. But once everything from the original Battleforge has been implemented into this version, there are also plans to create new cards and on that stuff. So now for demonstration purposes, I think I will do a nature and fire deck. So there are 4 elements in this game: nature, shadow, frost, and fire. And I think nature and fire are just, the starting cards are kind of the best set you can do, the best utility. And so we'll get some spearmen and wheat reavers, some defenders. Healers are good, better archers, always nice. This thing here makes my units bigger, and not bigger, cheaper, so cost reduction, always nice. And more healing stuff, and another heal, a worm, and let's make this actually in order. There we go. I can transform enemy into pigs, always great idea. And I'll get some red cards as well. So I want to get some damage spell, magma hauler, which is kind of an artillery unit. Then the ember strike, which is a strong melee unit, and fire sphere, another big explosion kind of thingy. And that should be it. So lock this deck edit complete, and we're gonna head into a campaign mission. The mission we're gonna start off with is a co-op mission, so a 2-player. So the mission we're starting off with here is a 2-player co-op mission. There is a surprising amount of people around here, so it's really not that hard to get those going.
Must defend the site. Watch for attacks from the north. Surely the gods themselves assemble here to unearth this portal. We'll try to kickstart its magic, but need you to watch our backs.
Okay, so here's my base, here's my allies. I just called 2 groups of Wind Reavers. There are tier 1 archer units, and the tier of units you can summon is depending on how many monuments you currently control, and also the colors of monuments you control. For example, here these red cards will need red monuments, and the fire sphere will even need 3 red. So I should better get going here, so I can secure myself some new monuments. And also the main resource here is power. You get more power by controlling more power wells. Really not that complicated. But if units are dying, as you see here, part of their cost goes back into the void power, which gives you a little bit of extra income. So if you lose a lot of units, then you will get a little bit of boost, so you can get new ones. So what we need to do in this mission is to defend Rogue and Kel, of course, here, and this little portal here uncovered. And there's a timer which we need to raise for the first attack onto that base, so I should maybe get some spearmen. They have 2 modes, so they can kind of change the weapon. One is better against smaller units, the other one is better against medium units, and since there is at least 1 medium unit here, I will just do that. There we go. And with these guys we actually need to be careful, because once they fall, they tend to explode. And there's nothing you really want to run into. My ally already made it to the space. So going for Wind Reavers here. And oh, my base also is under attack. So we'll put some Wind Reavers on that wall and they should be fine. And now it's time to teleport some of our units to the north. Actually, let's keep you down in south. I think archers should be good enough to defend, and then we can activate the teleporter. There we go. So most missions really have some kind of unique gameplay feature to them.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, should have brought some spearmen along. Oops. Well, there's a lot of diversity in there. Which is something I can quite appreciate. Not always doing the same mission over and over again, so we're gonna get a fire monument or fire orb. There we go, and now we should also get those walls going. Luckily they only cost 25 power to build. But they got another right way around. And you go up here. And we can start pushing the south so we can get more resources in here. That we got the northern half there secured. Okay, repair this, lower the gate. There's another slaver, we have to be careful there. And 3.5 minutes until the next or the first attack comes in. Okay, go away here. There we go, this time we could full dodge it. what we could do is to get a little base going here. So we get a breeding grounds, which is a tier 2 building, and that will make all units cheaper which respawn. And some defense towers. Okay, can we afford 2 of those? Okay. And now we should maybe try to continue a push here, get the 3rd or even 4th monument up, and then we can get out the big boys. There we go. Another power well. I don't quite remember what this. Oh, they're just some dudes. Shouldn't bother with them for now. Need to defend our power well after all. I think they should be defended well enough. My ally also only has 3 Wind Weavers here. So, pretty confident that he knows what he's doing. Also, pushing a lot harder than I'm currently doing. Let's get some Spirit Hunters, so tier 2 archers. Which also have poison attacks. Yeah, they cost 75, alright. There we go. Now onwards to victory and hopefully more resources. Okay, let's heal you up. I think I also got a eruption spell. I just need a little bit more energy for this. It'd be useful to take out those archers with it. There we go. We can't really push that tower now. Can only take out this one unit of toilet archers, which are obviously carrying crossbows. Oh, that was close. Good. First major attack incoming. So see now how our income is a lot higher here, +6. Because we all just lost those units. And a nice feature to be able to replace your losses after big battles. Wait a second, there's a chest here. Can grab that.
We're cut off. We should clear the west and east supply routes, and then pray for reinforcements. The twilight creatures seem drawn to this portal.
Yeah, okay, of course when you're playing a mission on standard, then a big attack wave isn't really that frightening more often than not. Some spearmen, some hunters. There we go, this should be a decent army. Is their hotkey for attack move? I don't know. Let's do it like that. There's eruptions, so they can't recharge us. Lovely. I think we don't even need the healing spell. North looks pretty safe. And we have 19 minutes to clear this path. Should be working nicely. Yeah, they're not breaching through those walls anytime soon. Let's get another power wall going here. Oh, those berserkers are nasty. Okay, eruption here. No, don't attack the walls. Let's try this once again. You guys up also. Might want to take out their healer before he does too much harm, or undoes too much harm. Be precise. Let's heal you again. There we go. That's what I meant with the green-red really being quite useful for campaign missions. Can't really push through those places really easily. Just put a few healing spells on top and you're fine. Uh-oh. Well, this is still all intact here. Good to see. And now we're getting rid of their production buildings, and then I can... another tower here. Let's not mess with that just now. Okay, and our is having his third here, the magma hauler unit already. And some scythe fiends. Ooh, can teleport. Nice stuff. Okay, as soon as all those units have been cleared here, those buildings, I can get the third monument up. There we go. And that well, of course. Oh, totally forgot to build that one. Whoops.
Good. The western path is clear of enemies.
Okay, then we should maybe make haste here. As soon as this monument is here, we can get a few magma haulers. Swamp drakes. Let's get both. Let's ignore those walls. Just push through. There we go. That's a lot smoother now. Also, another thing which I didn't talk about just yet is you can also summon the units right in the middle of the battlefield. But then there will only be half-life until the summoning sickness has been worn off. Run out? I think worn off is the better word here. And then they get that missing half of their HP back. And also can use their abilities. For example, Swamp Drake can make some guys go to sleep. Oh dear. Over there are some air defense turrets. You shouldn't want to get too close to that place with our drakes, because they die quickly. Yeah, we repair those walls and we'll be fine. There we go, now we can help out here as well, and my allies. Ooh, pushing in with a juggernaut here. I remember back in the day I even had the premium version of the juggernaut, the promo juggernaut.
Fire troops from the south.
On the marketplace it was worth like 50 euros.
They are my creatures.
Oh. Okay, allies come in.
My arrogance, I was blind to your cause.
Oh dear. That's some juggernauts of their own here, or what are they called? Oh, never mind. Big explosions do work. Okay, and that was here the first, not the first, but one of the missions in Battleforge. Okay, now we just wait for those guys to arrive. And it should be GG.
Good work, fellow
Can I heal those
Skylords.
guys as well?
The gods have unearthed the portal to the Sunbridge
Oh, no,
Shrine.
doesn't look like it. Okay.
This is the knowledge we needed. Our search will continue at the Sunbridge.
Okay, now we could get ourselves a nice giant worm. There we go. that's it. Victorious. And now we've got our little rewards, and then I'll talk a little bit about the economy system, the upgrades, and all that stuff. So I got, you see, a tunnel and a life stealer, or tunnel left the upgrade card, and Finster, which was my teammate, got the Will Saber and the Mumbo Jumbo. Here's some statistics. And gold, you could get those from opening chests, and okay, map completion bonus, there is actually none here. And also there's an experience system, level ups and all that stuff. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But upgrades here. For example, I already played a few rounds here. You saw the giant worm. So let's upgrade that guy. Aha. Oh, okay. No, I'm gonna leave this group. Leave group. Okay, so giant worm. Ah, I have the second upgrade card. I'm still missing the first one. Aha, but I can just buy. Maybe I should have prepared a little bit better for this video, but hey. There we go. Now we can get the plus 30 damage per target, 30 in total. And the second damage upgrade here as well. So see, this is this basic attacks. They have been improved 2 times. There we go. And I think I got something else I could improve. Stone. No, I'm missing. I'm having a lot of upgrades cards, which I am missing the. There we go, Imperials. The first upgrade, they get plus 5 damage reduction. So a ice basic infantry, which is very, very sturdy. Let's apply that here as well. And here I use the gold for. Yeah. So that's how upgrading cards works. Something which I did not show you because I think I can't show that to you at the moment. Here, see here, this little blue dot here means this is a version of the card unity. There are usually, I think, 2 or 3 different versions of a card, and each one gives a little bit different bonus. So blue cards in general have a little more protection on them. Some things like shields. When they're green, they have healing abilities. Red is bonus damage and things like that. And green is damage over time or drain or something like that. Okay, and that's now all about those upgrades, all that stuff. How to get new cards now? Because, I mean, I got some cards, but they're not really that many. Not really that cool cards in there either. So we would like to get some awesome new stuff. How do we do that? Well, there's a marketplace to begin with, but we currently don't have any Battleforge points, which we could buy stuff here. Also, it is quite full. For example, if you search for Drake, and you see there are a lot of players offering cards here. So there is definitely a lot of use of the system usage. So you can buy your cards, you can sell your cards, which makes the whole random booster thing a little bit more bearable. Also, talking about boosters, you can buy them for Battleforge points as well, but they will receive those Battleforge points through the daily quests. I've currently done all the daily quests. Oh, there's one achievement I still got to. So daily quests, of course, daily. Achievements are for more long-term. For example, here, this one. I would need to finish 3 more quests. And yeah, I think for today this video has gone on for long enough. I got a whole lot of boosters here from the daily missions I did so far. So I played 2 days and got a whole bunch of stuff here. I will open that in a separate video, I think, because the servers are restarting in 25 minutes. Now that's a wonderful timing for me. I would like to thank you for watching, and also what I mentioned that I'll include links to the forums of Battleforge and how you can get the game going. it's really not a big problem. You download 2 files, click on a executable file, and then boom, there it goes. You need to create an account on the forum though to be able to log in. That's something I should mention. But yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you for today, and would like to say thank you, and see you next time, and goodbye.